Hello, folks.
Hello.
Welcome to Clover Hill. I was told you all might be coming through here this evening, and I'm absolutely delighted that our paths have crossed. I'm currently on my way to Cincinnati and will be leaving first thing in the morning. My name is Augustus Patteson, and again, welcome to Clover Hill. I've been asked this evening, if you all were to come through, to show you the tavern and maybe share a story or two. So if that's all right with y'all, that's what we'll do. This tavern here behind me was built in 1819 by my father, Alexander Patteson. You see, I think the story, to give it proper due, should begin a few years before that. So let's travel back in time to the year 1811. My father, Alexander, and my uncle, Lilborn, his brother, helped put Clover Hill on the map. The stage road you just crossed over here, that year connected two great Virginia cities. 20 miles west of here, Lynchburg, Virginia. 90 miles east of here is the capital of the Old Dominion, Richmond, Virginia. And that year, that helped connect those two cities. When things were going well, the stage would run about 3 times a week back in those days. There were each stage that would come through would have a bugle or some kind of signal device that would connect and communicate with the bell that's beside the building here. And when they would approach on the flanking ridges, either east or west, they would communicate. And that's how we would know how many beds to prepare in the guest house or how many place settings to put at the table while we were here in the tavern. As you all can see in your travels going through the village here, you probably notice there's not a whole lot of opportunity for young men. So when I came of age, my father sent me away to school. And in the year 1834, I was sent to Mr. Jefferson's University in Charlottesville, University of Virginia, to receive a proper education. Now, if any of you all have ever been to a university and received any type of instruction, studied any classes, you know there's an adjustment period, correct? Mm-hmm. Well, for me, it was about a year. That year wasn't entirely wasted. I did learn 2 very, very valuable things, and I'd like to share those with you right now. The one thing I learned that year was that once a moment in time has passed, it is gone forever. The second thing I learned that year, and this was more of a cautionary tale, this one. Do not, and I caution you, do not put off tomorrow something that you can get done today. And that's what I learned in a year of studying at Mr. Jefferson's University. While I was away at school, my father took ill. He was stricken with the rheumatoid, and he was bedridden for several months. He never really fully recovered. But while he was ill, I decided that there was a need for folks to have a medical education, for folks to study the medical sciences. So I decided to shift my focus, and under his reluctance, I convinced him that that was necessary. And under the direction of a local physician, Dr. William Christian, who is not here this evening, I hope nobody's seriously ill. He can be called upon, but he's not here right now. I decided to shift my focus to the medical sciences. When my father passed, it was that next January in 36, you have to understand that when we lost Alexander, my father, we lost the backbone of this family. The Patteson clan that's here, he was the cornerstone of our family, and now he was gone. The good Lord called him home. Wasn't 4 months later, my sister Mary, our dear sister Mary, she passed from the similar circumstances. And at that point, my mother had had enough, at least of those memories and the death that surrounded this place in her mind. So she packed up the family and all of its belongings and moved as far away as she could. They moved to Kentucky from here. And it was that following year, just last year, when I started my studies at Cincinnati College, studying to be a doctor. Dr. William Christian became a mentor to me, and that's what he advised, the direction he advised me to do. Y'all didn't come here to hear about me becoming a doctor, I'm sure. So I apologize for going down that trail. But, before you all leave, I would like to share something with you. when this tavern was built, with the water out of the Appomattox River, which is just over the bend here, and from the clay from the ground here, and the kilns that were set up in the yard right behind where you're sitting, before the bricks were put through the kiln, one in particular, while it was still soft, while it was still wet, my father, when I was 2 years old, as it was being built, stuck my foot in one of the bricks and created a print. And that brick, a little hard to see, is right here, with my 5 little toes there, and then there's the heel. My memory will be forever connected to this place. I've certainly enjoyed our time spent together this evening. I thank you all for coming. If I can be of any other assistance, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.